Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica and this is Unite Inside, and we help people unite with all the parts inside of them. This is another video of the Unleash the Goddess Inside series, and in this video we're going to talk about something a little bit different. In my other videos I explained what is feminine power. I talked about what is the value of feminine energy. I shared how can you start to honor your own feminine energy, and I explained to you what feminine energy really is. This series is supposed to be about feminine energy and for you to be able to tap into it, to embody it, and to know its power, to be educated about your energy. In this video, I'm going to talk about something different, but since this video is about women and women empowerment and to literally unleash the goddess inside of you, to be fully a goddess, you have to be able to also unleash your masculine energy too. So, not just your feminine energy, you also need your masculine energy. So, as a woman, I'm not saying that you have to fully live from a masculine place or to just be like a man, but you have to use your masculine energy when it comes to a lot of things in life, because you are whole and you have masculine energy, you have feminine energy, you have both of them. And you have to be able to use a certain percentage of your masculinity. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you right now why is it that it's very important as a woman to be able to tap into your masculine too. It's because as a woman you can't hold yourself, or you can't have like a container if it's not created from your masculine energy. Basically, you are just going to be this energy that flows everywhere, and you need to be able to create structure for yourself. Also, you need to be able to have your own rules, your own structure, your own values that you follow in your life. If you want to be your own person, because you are a person and you are also the Shiva of your life. Okay, so as I explained in other videos, that the woman is the feminine energy is basically the energy of the universe, and the masculine energy is the observer. So you are the observer of your reality. You are the observer of your reality, and you are also able to create a container for your feminine energy. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a lot of things that your masculine energy help with in your life and why do you need it. So first of all, I'm going to talk about boundaries. If you're not able to tap into your masculine energy as a woman, you're not going to be able to have any boundaries, because feminine energy is very open, and that means that it can also be open for bad things. So if you don't create limits and like boundaries where other people know that this is the line in your reality, you're not going to be able to have a good life, because you can't direct yourself to the right thing. You're just going to be flowing everywhere, and you're not going to have anything that you are going to, like a goal or like a destination or like a direction. And deep down you have an inner deep down you have an inner energy, like you have, this is for you, like you have an inner guidance that is there for you, and this inner guidance is literally so connected to your intuition. And if you're not able to follow it because it is for you, it has been put inside of you so that you can listen to it. It's a guidance of the universe, okay? And so if you're not able to listen to the part of you that's basically telling you which direction you have to go to, if you're not able to recognize that there is this part, okay? Like, as a human being, as a woman, you have your own values, and we all have different values, but you can decide which values you want to follow that are your own, okay? Like, for example, one of my values is honesty and kindness. Okay, so those are one of my two very important um, values, and I follow them in my life. I set them for myself because they are in alignment with me, and so you can do the same for yourself. You can't just let other people outside of you just tell you what to do and um, create anything for you. You have to at some point be able to have your own, um, like your own things that you live by, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's why it's important to set boundaries for yourself. And you can only do that when you use your masculine energy. Okay, so another thing that you can use your masculine energy, um, or you have to use your masculine energy to be able to do, is to speak up and to be clear and to be direct and to be assertive. So this is very important because if you have a certain part of you or who you are that wants to be expressed, you have to be able to express yourself clearly. And mostly self-expression is in the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is a masculine chakra. Okay, you need to be able to use your masculine energy to speak up clearly. Okay, because it also shows your boundaries, it shows who you are as a person, and it just creates this protection over you because you're able to talk about who you are, you're able to express who you are, and so you're not able to let anybody else affect you with their thoughts or with their opinion about you. When you know who you are and you're able to express who you are to other people, when you do that, you are not like allowing anything to get into you because you're not like open to the point that you're open for um, other people's bullshit, basically. I'm gonna give you an example. So when I was healing myself, I realized that a lot of times I will allow other people to change my own perception of myself. Like they will maybe gaslight me or tell me that I'm wrong or telling me that I'm doing something bad where I'm not. And I know that I'm not, but still I trust them and I trust that they are right or whatever. And so I start to doubt myself. And that is an example of not being able to express myself clearly, of not being able to know what are my boundaries, what are the things that other people can't tell me about myself. So when I know who I am, when you know who you are as a woman, you know that you are good or you are bad. You know whatever you know about yourself, right? Like if you did something bad, you know that you did something bad. If you did something good, you know that you did something good. And so you trust your own guidance and your own perceptions of yourself. And therefore that becomes a boundary. You don't let other people tell you anything about yourself. You don't let other people tell you who you are, basically. That's a boundary that you can draw that protects you from hurt. Because in the past, when I used to let other people gaslight me, what happens is that I will start to feel guilt about myself. I will start to feel shame about myself, about things that I'm not supposed to feel shame when it comes to if I had boundaries. If I draw a boundary that, hey, I'm not going to let someone I'm not going to be open for that kind of stuff, like for the gaslighting, for the manipulation. Like I'm going to know that if I did something wrong, then I did something wrong. If I didn't, then I didn't do anything and I have nothing to apologize for. You know, a lot of people will try to make you feel guilty for things that you didn't even do. And you will find yourself apologizing for things that you didn't do. And so, but you do that because you don't have a boundary there. You have to be like, no, you can't gaslight me. You can't shame me. You can't guilt trip me. You can only do that if you have a masculine kind of shell, when you like are able to um, recognize who you are. And just by recognizing who you are, and then you speak about it, and then you talk that, okay, you don't back down, you're not scared. You talk about your truth. You're able to express your truth, basically, because throat chakra is about truth, and so you're able to express your truth without any fear, which actually protects you from those people that gaslight you. Because a lot of times a gaslighter will keep gaslighting you because they see that you're stupid, because they see that you're not trusting yourself. But if you are like not allowing them to get away with what they're doing, if you're telling them that, hey, I know what you're doing, I am aware, I know my truth, and you speak about it, a lot of people will actually dissolve from your reality because they're scared of you. They will feel like they can't be around you because you're always going to expose their lies. You're always going to call them out on their bullshit. And so they are going to start to avoid you because they're going to feel like they're going to think, oh my God, like I'm going to just like keep embarrassing myself if I keep doing this. Okay. And they know also, they know that you're not going to fall for it. And so this is why it's important to tap into your masculine energy so that you can be able to create those boundaries. They're not bad, they're actually good. This is what you need to do if you want to protect yourself. Okay, because other people will try to get inside of you, and in your energy will try to give you things that aren't yours. They're going to try to give you shame, give you guilt, give you low vibration feelings, but don't allow them to do that by tapping into your masculinity. Okay, but you're going to use it when it comes to those situations. Okay, another thing is 3. So the third thing that tapping into your masculine energy helps with is taking action whenever you feel inspiration. Okay, so when you feel inspired, when you feel inspiration, you have to not have a resistance to action, because if you do have a resistance to action, then you're not going to be able to create anything in your life, or you're not going to be able to work on your dreams or work on things that need to be actualized in your life. And as a woman, you have to have that skill. And if you're resistant to your masculine energy, then you're just not going to be able to take action whenever you need to. And therefore, even though it's going to be intuition based, it's going to be inspirational. Like, you want to take action on things that make you feel good, on things that make you feel inspired. But still, if you take action, if you feel inspired and you don't take action, you miss your chance, basically. So you need to be able to be in flow with your masculine energy too, that it allows you to be able to make things happen and do things that you need to do when it comes to your reality. Because a lot of times we're going to need to do things. The universe will help us, but just as much as we're helping ourselves. And so if we're not willing to do anything about our situation, then the universe is just not going to be able to help us. At some point, the universe wanted to teach me that I'm also powerful and that I can make things happen too. And so it basically didn't do anything in my reality until I decided to take an action, until I decided to take something like a change, like make a change in my behavior. Okay, so it's very important to make a change in your behavior and to align with the way you feel about yourself. Like, if you feel like you want to love yourself and you want to be a different version of yourself, you have to be able to match that with your action. Like, you have to take care of yourself, you have to set boundaries, you have to not let other people um, hurt you, all these things. Okay, and so taking action is very important in your life and in your purpose. You have to be able to take action, because if you're resistant, like I said, to action, you are actually resistant to what can be created by your action too. So if there's any dreams that will be manifested if you take a certain action, they're not going to be manifested. You're actually blocking those dreams too. Okay, so there needs to be some sort of an ability to take action whenever you need to take action. Okay, and I'm not saying that you just need to take meaningless action, but I said inspirational based action. So you're able to do things when you feel passionate about it. Okay, so another thing that will help you is 4, to be able to have your own independent self and to not be codependent. Okay, so this is a very, very important step. Like, it's very, very important, because I mean, this is not a step, but it's a very important point, okay, that I want to make, is that as a woman, even though you're gonna be in your feminine energy and you're gonna allow people to help you and support you, you're gonna be able to call in a masculine man that can maybe provide for you or whatever you need, okay, in your life. Still, you need to be able to trust yourself that you can take care of yourself, because you can't do it from a place of helplessness. Because if you are trying to call in a man from a place of, oh, I need this man, I can't do it by myself, I'm incapable, I'm nothing without a man, I can't take care of myself, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't live without a man, or something like that, this is a very disempowering state, and it's not true, because you can live without a man, you can. And yes, you are empowered like that. But I just want to say that if you do it from a place of, I am helpless, then this is literally the perfect recipe for toxic relationships, because you're going to call in a man that is going to take advantage of you. Not all the time, but most of the time. Because some men that want control, that want to feel validated for their ego reasons, will actually approach a woman in a situation that feels helpless, that seems to be helpless, and they will try to take advantage of you. And then you will start to say that there are no good men in this world. But that's not true. There are, but if you're not able to take care of yourself, if you don't have that kind of confidence in yourself, then you're going to allow men that don't deserve you to do this to you. It's not that men are bad, but it's because you're going to allow them to do this to you. Okay? You're going to allow the wrong man because to not treat you very good, because you're going to think, I need them. I am nothing without them, right? Like, I can't do this without them. I'm gonna not survive without a man. And so I need him. I'm just gonna stay with him because I need him. And if that's why you're with a man, then you're basically not with him for a very high vibrational aligned reason. And therefore, you might get hurt. Or mostly you're gonna get hurt. You know why? Because the universe is going to want to teach you that you are capable. A lot of times, the universe will actually intentionally send us someone that doesn't treat us very well so that we can learn to trust ourselves, especially if we don't trust ourselves. But if you're calling in a man that is going to be there for you, that is going to lead, take the lead, or take charge or something like that in your life, and if you're gonna call in someone like that, you still are in your power. You still know that you are an empowered woman. You still know that you can make things happen, that you can survive without him, that you have a lot of ways of surviving, that you're confident about your own abilities to provide yourself with a good life. Okay? And so when you call in this man, it's not because you need him, it's because you want him. Okay? It's because you want him to be in your life. It's because you're choosing to be in your feminine energy, and you're allowing him to do those things for you, but you're not allowing him to do those things for you from a place of need, or from a place of powerlessness, from a place of helplessness. Like, you're helpless and you can't do it yourself. That's not true. You're doing it because you're honoring your own feminine energy, and you're also allowing him to be his best masculine self. Okay? So you're doing it from a good place. You're doing it so that you can thrive and so that he can thrive too. Not from a place of need and survival. When you try to approach a relationship from a place of because you want to have a high quality life, and not because you want to survive, it works. Because now the universe knows that there is nothing to teach you. You already know your power. That's the thing. That's why we keep thinking, why is it that most people that feel helpless and feel disempowered go through the worst circumstances, and people that don't even need help get help, or people that don't even want it, it comes to them for some reason, or people that aren't really like in deep need, you can see that they have an overflow of love or an overflow of abundance, and you think, why? Like, I need it a lot. Why is it that I can't have it? It's because the universe wants to teach you that you don't need it. It wants to teach you that it wants you to look within. Okay? In this world, it's in this spiritual world, it's not about whether you get something or you don't. If you get something but you don't learn anything, the universe isn't going to be satisfied. You need to learn. You need to learn your power. You need to learn to tap into who you are from deep down. And that's why when you tap into your self-confidence, you're able to rely on yourself. This is a masculine kind of energy because you're taking care of yourself. You're the one that's like taking care of you. When you're able to do that, you're actually helping yourself to manifest that perfect person that will take care of you, because they will match you. If you are able to help yourself, then people are going to help you, because we're living in a mirror energy, in a mirror universe, in a law of attraction, a vibrational based universe. Okay, and therefore whatever you do to yourself, other people are going to match that, and they're gonna show you that part of you because it is already a part of you. Okay, so 5, another thing that you need to use your masculine energy with is to be able to protect your loving and soft energy. Okay, so because you're making the decision to be in your feminine energy, you have to be able to protect your feminine energy too. And how do you do that? Like I said, you have to be able to say no to things that aren't good for you. You have to be able to set standards and boundaries. This is very, very, very important. And if you're doing this, then you're going to be able to protect your feminine energy, and it's going to thrive and bloom even more. Okay, it's gonna blossom. But if you're exhausting yourself, if you're giving your loving energy to people that don't love it, to people that abuse it, if you're giving your love to people that give you suffering and pain in return, if you're allowing people to take advantage of you, if you're allowing people to just do anything they want in your reality, this is not going to be good for you. It's not going to help you, and it's definitely going to exhaust your energy, that you don't even want to be in your feminine energy anymore. You're going to become angry, you're going to become upset and anxious because of how many people that are violating your boundaries in your reality. And so you need to be able to set those boundaries. You need to be able to say no. You have to be able to protect in any way you can, okay, yourself. Okay, so 6, another thing is you have to know how to awaken your willpower. Your willpower, which comes from your solar plexus chakra, is a masculine chakra. And this chakra can be amazing. It helps you, it gives you a lot of energy to live life, to be able to get up every day. It's basically your will to live. Okay, your ability to have more, to be motivated, to have more energy for life every day. Okay, your energy, your ability to be able to your ability to be able to manifest everything that you want, and to have the will to do it, to have the energy to do it, to have the motivation to do it, to feel alive for you to be able to do it. And that energy comes from your solar plexus. Okay, so in other videos I'm going to talk about how to open up the solar plexus chakra, but in this video I want to talk about how the willpower can really you're going to need it when it comes to your purpose, because in your purpose you need to be consistent, you need to be disciplined, and you need to be able to set rules for yourself and to follow them. And if you're not able to do that, if you don't have the ability to do that, then success isn't gonna come to you, because a lot of things when it comes to your purpose, it needs consistency, it needs discipline, it needs you to be able to be focused, and all those qualities are masculine qualities. Devotion, to be able to be devotional to your purpose. So for you to be able to do that, you have to tap into your masculine energy. It's very important. Okay? And like I said, when you trust yourself, and when you have self-trust, when you have self-reliance, you're able to let other people help you, but also you're not helpless. And also you're going to have boundaries, so if someone is not treating you very well, you can cut them off, and you're not going to feel like you need them. You're not going to tolerate that, because you know your worth. You know that you don't deserve that, and you know that you can have better. You know that better is coming, and you know that you don't need it to begin with. And that takes us to, I'm going to share with you 5 steps to be able to tap into your masculine energy as a woman. Okay? So the first one is going to be, you have to become your own leader. So the title of this video is How to Lead Yourself as a Woman. And as I said, to be able to do that, you have to listen to your intuition. So your intuition is going to be your leader. You have to know that you have an inner God inside of you. You have a part of you that's basically your inner God. You are a goddess, and you also have an inner God. It's telling you where to go, what to do, and it's only for you, only designed for your own path, whatever you need in your life. And if you don't discover this part of you, which is your intuition, if you're not able to discover it, then you're going to be lost. You're going to be following people that aren't really good for you or don't really deserve your energy. You're going to be, even if you do call in a man that's able to lead you in a relationship, you're not going to be able to see that this man might not lead you from a good place. He might lead you from a place of selfishness, from a place of not considering your desires and your feelings and just doing whatever he wants to do to get control. And you're going to just follow that because you are feeling helpless and you just don't know what to do. You don't know what direction should you go to, and therefore, because you don't trust yourself, and therefore you're just going to follow this person, and it's going to hurt because you're going to feel like they're discarding you. They're not basically including you in their choices and their decisions, and you're going to feel like you're being controlled because you're being controlled. So if you don't want that, if you don't want to experience that, you have to tap into your own guidance. You have to be the one to tell yourself what to do and not other people. Do that first, okay? Be able to tap into the part of you that knows what's the right thing for you. Okay? Things that actually make you bloom, things that actually are good for you, things that are good for your soul, things that create joy, pleasure, happiness in your life, things that are aligned with you without suppressing any part of you. When you do that, you're able to create your own wave in life, and therefore you become your own leader. So you're telling yourself what to do, you're telling yourself what is the right decision to take, and you're relying on your intuition for that. And then when you do get in a relationship with an awakened man that's able to tap into his intuition too, is able to consider you and your needs and your feelings, is able to tap into your intuition too, and he's able to see what will be the best scenario for both of you, and then able to tell you that this is the right way, and then you're able to trust in it because you're gonna check in with your intuition to see if this is the right thing to do for you or not. And then your intuition is going to tell you that it's the right thing, and then you're going to be able to follow it. But we never follow from a place of being oblivious of what the other person is providing us of. You know, like, I know that a lot of men in life want to lead women, but not a lot of men are necessarily qualified for that. It's a very deep, intuitive work for men to be able to lead a woman. It's not just, you can't just say that, oh, this is the right thing because you think it is, and from your ego, and just like expect someone to follow you. You know, like, there's a lot of things that needs to be taken for consideration before you do that. And so as a woman, because not a lot of men are qualified for that, and until you find someone that's the right fit for this, so that you can finally surrender into your man and be able to receive that kind of leadership, that while feeling loved and cherished and feeling like you are being considered, feeling amazing, it's the best feeling on earth. I hope that you experience it. And if you want to experience it, you have to first tap into your own power. Because if you don't tap into your own power, the universe is going to send you a man that's not leading you from a good place. Because it needs you to tap into your intuition. It's going to put you in a position where you need to tap into that part of you that wants to lead you, which is God. So follow God first before you try to follow a man. But so God, or the universe, I'm saying God because I'm talking about the masculine part of the universe. So another thing, so two, the second thing that you need to do to be able to tap into your masculine energy is learn to become your own source of what you need, like source of love, source of validation, source of um, whatever it is, that source of abundance or whatever. Okay, so whatever it is that you want from someone outside of you, first of all, become that. Okay, you have to be able to understand that you have everything that you want and need inside of you first. When you're able to do that, when you're able to understand that what you need is inside of you and that it has always been inside of you, then you are empowered, because you are not living from a place of need. You're not living from a place of, oh, you need other people, oh, you need their validation, or you need their love. And so that's why I recommend you to start validating yourself, observing yourself, giving yourself compassion and love, healing yourself, being able to be a container for yourself, to be able to hold every part of you and listen to every part of you. And so, like, when you do that, you become your own leader within yourself, because we are complex. We have a lot of parts inside of us. There's a part of us that wants validation. There's a part of us that wants freedom. There is a part of us that wants love. There's a part of us that wants money. There's a part of us that wants to be happy. And then there is another part that wants to do the things that it needs to do so that it can get where it needs to get. There are a lot of parts, and all these parts are like, they can be like, they're not necessarily in alignment with each other, but we need to be able to bring them into alignment with each other. And you can only do that if you're able to lead yourself. And you can only lead yourself if you're able to listen to every single part of you and to take its own feelings, its own opinion into consideration. And every part of us, inside of us, has its own opinion, okay? Literally. And when I have made a video about that. I have made a video about the different parts inside of us, because this is what my channel is about. It's about uniting with all the parts inside of you. So let's talk about another step that you can take to be able to tap into your masculinity. So three is, you have to practice boundaries. Okay, I've been talking about this. You have to be able to let yourself be you. So I have explained in another video that you are literally like unique and different, and you have your own things. You have your own mind, your own thoughts, your own desires, your own path of life, and this is different than everybody else. Okay, and so if you are not able to look at yourself and to be able to allow this kind of sense of self to exist in this world without telling yourself that you're bad for not having the same thoughts and the same desires as other people, then you're actually crossing your own boundaries. A boundary is simply what makes you you. It's what defines you. That's what the definition of a boundary really is. It's basically that what defines you, what makes you you. And since you became a human being, you have a lot of things that define you and that are different than other people. Okay, you might be an artist. You might be someone that loves music. You might be someone that likes certain types of movies. You may be someone that loves milk but doesn't like coffee, something like that, right? But those are boundaries, okay? And if you allow yourself to be yourself fully with those things that you have, even though they're different than other people, knowing that that doesn't make you bad, and that doesn't make you we can actually accept our differences, okay? We don't need everybody to be like us, and you don't need to be like everybody else for people to accept you. This is something that you need to learn. And you can only learn that if you're able to learn what boundaries really are and to allow yourself to have those boundaries. Okay? So we're going to talk about 4, which is another step. So release fear, because it blocks your masculine energy. So fear is so bad for your masculine energy. It literally puts it on like a cage. It like stops it from being unleashed, okay? So if you want to tap into this part of you, which is the masculine part of you, you have to understand that if you're not able to, then you have fear. Like, for example, if you can't set boundaries, you're afraid of something. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're afraid of people judging you. Maybe you're afraid of people thinking that you're bad. You're a bad person for setting boundaries. Maybe you're afraid of abandonment. of people literally abandoning you for setting boundaries. And if that's what it is, then you have a deep low self-esteem issue. Okay. Another thing is that if you deep down feel like you are scared of taking action, then if you feel like you have a resistance to action, then you're scared of taking action. Okay, why? Maybe you feel like if you take action, it's you're not going to be able to do it. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough. You always feel like, oh, I'm never going to be able to make it, or I'm never going to be able to succeed, to win. And so you're afraid of failure. So there is always a fear of why you wouldn't do something that requires you to use your masculine energy. And so whatever it is that you think you can't do, like speaking up, you're afraid of speaking up. Okay, you can't speak up because you're afraid of saying the wrong thing. Anything like that, try to understand that you have to release fear. I might make a video about fear. I should definitely make a video about fear very soon. 5, use your intuition to determine which circumstances or which things that you go through serve you. Okay, so this is how to do it. To be able to direct yourself and go where you need to go is that you really have to be able to use your intuition. Your intuition is gonna show you when something feels right, when something feels good, then it's the right thing to do. But you have to make sure that it feels right and good at the same time, because a lot of things might feel good, but they don't feel right, which means that they're not right. Okay? Like, for example, if someone giving you validation feels good, but it's not really the right thing to do because you're giving away your sense of self, and therefore that part might feel wrong. It might feel wrong to give yourself away, like to give a part of you for validation. That literally feels bad, that feels wrong, but then it might feel good to get validation, to get validated. So yeah, you have to be able to follow your inner compass, which is your intuition. And that's basically your leader in your life. Okay, I love you so much, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. In the next video, we will talk about feminine power. We're going to be back into our femininity and talk about feminine power. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, share, and comment, and I will see you in the next video.